I had a one. We're going to do. Okay, first of all, hello and welcome to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Today we are going to go for the Solar Cave because it's a lot shorter than the Buried Relics, and I think I'm still full, so we're not going to go to the Solar Cave just yet. I made a save conveniently just here, so we're going to put everything we have on us into the storage, and afterwards I'm going to. Sorry, I have a very dry throat right now. Afterwards, I'm going to talk about one more book that I want to talk about. The German name is called Weckerhund, Wedermann und Schlawittchen. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be I have found the English name of it. I think it's called The Phantom Toolbooth from Norton Juster, illustrated by Jules Pfeiffer. I'm not sure if that last part is right. However, okay, now we have something we can talk about. That book. I want to talk about that book. And we are going to go to the Solar Cavern, as I wanted to say. Solar Cavern, and we are going to do some... We're going to try to beat the Solar Cavern. Well, why not? So, this book, The Phantom Toolbooth, is a story about a young boy named Milo. And Milo has the peculiarity that he is disinterested in basically anything ever. If he's at school, he wants to be at home. If he's at home, he doesn't want to be at home, but instead in school. And there are a lot of things where he just wants to be somewhere else. Or most of the time, he just wants to be somewhere else, someone else, do something else, sometime else. That's him. And that personality is an important point about the story. Milo is, again, a young boy, so he does still play with some what are they called? Kids' toys. For example, what are good examples? I guess there are books he could play, there are tools he could be playing with. He has a few toys he can be playing with. I guess also cars, like that, stuff like that. And Milo isn't interested in playing with any of them, but at some point, one day he finds a big house. And when I say house, I mean like a, I don't know, 60 centimeter in height, a toy house. Yeah, a toy house. And when he finds that toy house, he wonders why he has this house, because normally he doesn't own this. He doesn't own this, which is why he's confused about it. And because he doesn't have anything else to do, he decides to set up everything. He sets up the house, he sets up all the things. Also, if you have background music, background sounds, I'm sorry about that, but still he sets up all of those things, and he tries to play with the toys in that house. And afterwards, he suddenly, I guess he gets teleported, or he doesn't know what happens to him, but suddenly he is in a toy car, and he is at that specific place in that house. The story begins from there, and he is basically in a whole... Is it a toy world? I'm not sure. I don't want to say in another world, because it's in an imaginary world. In an imaginary world, and there are some crazy things happening. Crazy as in defying his common sense. And Milo just wants to go home, or he just wants to... Yeah, I guess he wants to go home. So he explores this whole world, finds new comrades, new friends, and so on. And he eventually changes his personality. He gets development through the story and learns the importance about caring about every moment you live in, being happy with what he has, and all those things. The short story... Long story short, he is, and at the end of the story, he is able to escape in quotation marks from this toy house. He's back in his room. The toy house is gone, and he just is going to enjoy his own He's going to enjoy his life from now on. He's going to enjoy it to the fullest, be a guy full of moral, and he's going to change entirely. I think that about sums it up. I think it's a good children's book, and I personally found it somewhat okay to read even after becoming a little older, because there isn't really anything bad about it. It's just a good story for a child, but it's similar not in quality, but more so in the it is similar, not in quality, to Harry Potter, in that you can read it in most ages and still be okay with reading it, just because it's a nice story. Personally, I would even give it a 7 out of 10, because there were a lot of interesting concepts, and I like the idea of it being for the idea of it being a children's book. I really think that it was a great children's book, because I really enjoyed it. Doesn't mean that I ever got any value out of it, because I definitely didn't adhere to the things that were told in the children's book, but that doesn't mean that the book is bad. The book definitely represents or shows very important values one should have when living life, so I like that. I like that. And there's this Buffett. We're going to grab that up. Yeah, that was the book that I wanted to talk about. Because it is pretty loud right now, I am considering... Yeah, you know what? I just wanted to talk about that one more book, and we're going to close this episode, which has gone for 6 minutes, with this. We had one 40 minutes episode, and this is a 7 minutes episode. So, have a nice day, and goodbye. Yeah, see you one day.